Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for May 21st, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, I do have a bunch of threes looking into here, which I just noticed, so we're going to place that three, and we're also going to put a four in one of these two. I had some feedback on the last video that the geometry pass may be taking longer than just doing my normal scan from before. If it takes me longer, that's not a problem, because I'm explaining things as I go. The point is that you can do a really quick geometry pass, like glance through the puzzle, take 30 seconds, maybe a minute to do it, see if you see something obvious, and if you do, then you get a nice boost to the beginning of your puzzle. If you don't, then you can go back and do a normal scan. And so on average, you will find something interesting that would have taken you a bit longer with a normal scan. Anyway, so I don't mind if it takes me longer. The idea is that I want to present ways for you to get more familiar with how to scan a puzzle, how to think about how the givens help you with the puzzle rather than just the non-given cells, things like that. Anyway, hope that explanation was worth the time spent. So I am looking for geometry. I'm noticing, so see, all these times that I say, I'm noticing that it doesn't work. The point is I don't want it to be magical. I could just move on and be much faster to say, hey, I'm noticing that this 4 doesn't work. It's in one of these two, something to keep an eye on. If I don't say that, then I can't be instructive on what I'm actually looking for. So that's a big aspect to all of this. So I'm noticing the 9-8 here. So I want to show you everything that I'm looking at so that when I find something, you'll see it. Okay, that's the last time I'm saying that. Anyway, 9-8 needs to go here. I'm noticing this 9 helps. And so we actually do have a 9 in one of these two, and that's going to point down with this 9. These two 9s look in, and that's going to place this 9. We also should look for 9 in this row. Yeah, we should. So this 9 says not here, and we cornered these 9s, which tell us 9's not in these two. You can also double check with these 9s. And then I guess that doesn't really help, but that does mean 9's in one of these two. So we get some nice results out of that. Basically, these 9s are doing what's called claiming. What claiming is in this row, we have reduced the 9 to either this cell or this cell. We're talking about the row. Remember that. If this row needs a 9, it's going to be here or here. Both of those happen to also be in box 6. And so wherever I place the 9 for row 4, it will also be the 9 for box 6, meaning box 6 can't put another 9 anywhere here. So it claims the rest of the box. It claims the 9 from the rest of the box. That's why it's called claiming. All right, so we just have to remember these aren't 9. In fact, that places the 9 in this column. So thinking about, okay, 9s aren't here, made me think, oh, 9 isn't here. What's that mean for the column? And actually, this 9 says not here. And these obviously aren't 9. And this isn't 9 now because of the claiming. And so this has to be the 9 for the column. So even though there were 2 places in the row and 2 places in the box, there's only 1 place in this column. So we got to place the 9. And that does mean 9's in one of these two in this box. All right, can we do more with 9s? Because whenever we place a bunch of a digit, it's usually worth just taking a glance and seeing if we can place the rest of them. But no, I'm not seeing anything like that. Okay, so the 8's still not helpful yet. Okay, whenever you have like a filled box column, usually a good idea just to look to see if anything's looking in that isn't already placed. We already got the 9s marked, but this is where we would have marked those 9s if we hadn't already, and that would have given us this 9 as well. I did notice we just reduced this column to 3 digits. Always worth just taking a look if you're down to 3 just right away. You might find some singles or nice stuff. I'm already seeing one nice thing, which is I know we need a 2 in the column, and this can't be 2 and this can't be 2, so we're going to place the 2 there. And then the remaining 2 digits are the 1 and 7, and this 7 tells us that 7 has to be here, which places the 1. So this column just finished. Is there anything else? So this is filled, this is filled. So we want to look at the 6 looking down, and these 6s look in. So that's our 6. The 9, the 4. The 4 looking down does put a 4 somewhere here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here vertically. Let's keep looking for geometry. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, 4, 5. This is one of those close ones, right? 3, 4, and 5 in 4 cells. Oh, no, unfortunately not. We already have a 4. So it's just 3 and 5 in 4 cells, which is worse. All right, probably not worth mentioning then. 2, 5, 6, 7. So we already have the 6. 2, 5, and 7 in these 4 cells. What we're looking for is if any of these cells can't be all of 2, 5, 7. Unfortunately, we don't have that. That can't be 7, that can't be 2, but it's not good enough. This column's not going to be super helpful, I don't think. We've got 3 and 6 here. So we do need a 6 in this column. Oh, yeah, we do. So 6 isn't here, this 6 is here, this 6 is here. So we can place the 6 in the column. These 6s look up, the 6 looks in, putting a 6 in one of these two. Now that I've placed a bunch of 6s, it's nice to just take a look to see if we can place any more of them. 6s in one of these two, and then I'm seeing in this box, it's in one of these 3. So we're down to these 6s, which won't resolve on its own. All right, so that was 3, 6. I'll take a look at that in a moment. For this 3, 9, I'm actually mostly interested in crossings. We have a bunch of digits here that aren't already placed in the box. We've got 1, 2, and 7. So we want to search up here for 1, 2, 7. We only have the 7, but that does give us a crossing. So it tells us that in this box, the 7s point up, along with this 7, putting a 7 over here. So we've learned that these aren't 7. Okay, I don't think 3, 9. Well, the 3 actually ends up over here for the row. That could be helpful. And it's down. Oh, it's placed in this box right here. So we have these 2 3s also. This box has been reduced to 3 digits. We just want to look right away. 4, 5, 8. I don't think anything's resolved, but that one's not 8. And then the last thing I'm seeing is this cell here. We have the 3 and the 4 corner marked, so we know this isn't 3, 4. So this already isn't the 4 givens or the 2 corner marks. So it's at most 3 digits left. Right, 4 plus 2 is 6. We need 3 more digits to get to 9. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5, 7, 8. So I guess not super exciting. Okay, so now that I've finished my geometry pass, I've gotten a whole lot out of it. Let's go back and do a normal scan. Oh, these 2 3s do place the 3. Oh, no, sorry, there's already 3 in the box. Darn, I gotta go overexcited. Are 3s like almost done, actually? Kinda. There's a 3 in one of these two. 3 here. 3's here. Yeah, it's this L shape again. Okay. Yeah. Good thing for red marks. Sometimes, I don't want to make horrible mistakes in my walkthroughs. All right. What am I scanning? 4 and 3. So the 4 we already have marked. Vertically, we got it all. Okay. And then we've got 3, 8, 9. So the 3s are basically taken care of. We have the 8 and the 9. So the 9s are marked. The 8, yeah, I mean, I might have caught most of it in my geometry pass, to be honest. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I caught all that. Are there any low-hanging fruits? No. Okay, how about this band? We have 3 and 6. Again, 3s are taken care of. I think 6s are as well. So we don't have to worry about 3s and 6s. We're going to find them in most boxes. So how about 2, 5, 6? So 2, 5, 7. So we do have the 2 7s. The 7 looks in. 7's in one of those two. 5 looking in here and the 2. Oh, it makes a hidden pair. So we have 2 and 5 looking into this box. And so 2 and 5 can only be in these 2 cells. So that's where they must be. And that leaves behind a pair. It's going to be the 1 and the something. What is it? The 3. So we have a 1, 3 pair. And that is going to remove the 3 from this cell, because the 3's over here. So this is our 3. Can we do more with that? No, we're just down to this rectangle of 3's. All right, 1, 3, the 1. Okay, so we have 3 digits left in this row then, because we know the 1, 3 are over here. So we need the 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9. So I'm going to mark that out. This can't be the 8, 9. So this is our 4. And then we're left with an 8, 9 pair. Okay. This 4 looks down, giving us the 5. None of these are 5. 4, 8, 4, 8, 7. 4 digits left in this box. We need a 1, 4, 8, 9. This can't be 4. And it can't be 9 either. So it's 1, 8. This can't be 9, so it's 1, 4. Oh, it can't be 8 or 9. So it's 1, 4 only. The 8 looking in here does mean 8's in one of these two. This row is down to 1, 2, 5, 8. It's all worth marking. How Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 5, 8. So that can't be 2 and this can't be 5, 8. That's what I was seeing. This column is down to 1, 2, 7. Let's mark that out. I feel like we're actually close here. There may be like 1 or 2 more things to find. Maybe 1. It's 5 left there. All right, let's do this final band here. We've got the 3, we got the 9, 1 and 2. Okay, so both 1 and 2. Oh, very helpful, actually. We have a 1, 2 here and a 1, 2 here. They look into this box. So where do 1 and 2 go in this box? Well, they can't go in these rows. The rows already have both 1 and 2. So this is a hidden 1, 2 pair. And what a hidden pair does is it removes anything else that we thought could be in those 2 cells. Because we have to place a 1 in one of them and a 2 in the other for the box, meaning we can't fit anything else in there. Can't put 3 digits in 2 cells. So this can't actually be a 7. It would remove the ability for us to place both the 1 and 2. So it can't be a 7, meaning this is the last place for 7 in the box. And then this is 4, 7, 8 for the row. 4 digits here. Is there anything besides 1 and 2 looking in? No. But let's think about the 4 digits here. We need a 4, 5, 6, 8. Well, the 5 looks down, putting a 5 in one of these two. And that's going to point in here with this 5, placing a 5 here, giving us the 2 and the 5 here, also giving us the 1 and the 8 and the 5. Very nice. Gives us the 9 and the 8 and the 9 here. That's our 4 and 8. This is our 4 for the box. And this is 4 and 3 for this box. We get the 1 and 3 here. All right, shall I clean up? Sure. This is a 2, 7 pair. The 2 tells us this is 7 and 2. Finish the column with the 7. Clean up this 4, clean up the 7, clean up this 4. All right. This digit is done, just whatever's left for the row. It's a 4. And then this is a triple, 5, 6, 8. It's not 8, it's not 5, it's not 6. Okay, I don't need these corner marks. 5, 6, 8, 1, 2. This is 1, 4. The 4 tells me that's 1 and 4, giving me 2 and 1. All right. It's just penciling at this point. Let's just start with this column. We need a 2, 5, 8. This 5, 8 tells us this can only be 2. We're left with a 5, 8 pair in the column. This column needs a 6, 8, 9. So the 9 can only go here in the column. And this is 6, 8. This 9 places our last 9 in the grid. Let's do this column. We need 2, 7, 8. So the 2 tells us this is the only place for 2 in the column. This is not an 8, so it's 7. That's 8, that's 7. 2 digits left in this box. Oh, let's place this 7 first. 2 digits left in this box. We need a 1 and an 8. It's actually not resolved. Oh, this resolves it though. This is a 1 for the column. That's 8 and 1. These 3 digits, we need a 2, which can only go here. Okay, that actually finishes the row with a 5. That gives us 8 and 6. Gives us 6. All right, down here we get 6, 8, and 5. Here we get the 1. Here we get the 5, and we're done. All right, so the geometry pass let us target the really important parts of the grid early on. So I think it was worth it this time. And of course, if I were solving on my own, completely silent, not worrying about explaining anything, then a lot of that geometry pass would have happened much more quickly. So I don't know, take it or leave it. You don't have to do the geometry pass. This is just my recommendation for if you want to get more experienced with solving Sudokus like this. Thinking about geometry first can often be very helpful rather than just going straight into a systematic, like you can, it's still systematic to look at geometry, but instead of going straight into a pass of like systematically marking everywhere that, you know, it can be 2 or 3 places in a box and trying to find hidden singles that way and things like that. It's perfectly fine to do that, especially if you're looking for geometry as you go. But sometimes there's just something like at the bottom of the grid that just right away gives you something really nice that when you go back to your scan, it's going to make it more powerful. So anyway, that is my take on it. Thank you for the feedback. I'm going to keep doing the geometry pass because I think it is helpful for people to be exposed to. All right. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.